أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين جمعة مبارك Sadakallahu Azim. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, never, and we have never claimed to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are the headquarters of the truth, tried and tested. Several years of experience, integrity 100%, trust 100%, honesty 100%. My brother, my sister, is all in the service of God and country. This is a Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family. This is what we do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, subject these to very strenuous scrutiny. At the end of the day, we pick up the creme de la creme and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. I am most excited to be with you, and I want to say, please stick around. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, we are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. You can also find us on TikTok, where we keep ticking and talking with patriotism. My brother, my sister, find us also on X. It used to be called Twitter. We are also on Instagram. My brother, my sister, subscribe to all our social media handles and share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this caboodle. It is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak nothing but truth. Remember, we do not take interest in politics. What we are interested in is patriotism. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We are most excited to do business with you. Oh Lord. My name, Blakk RASTA, and today we have three very important issues to look at, and they are all really hot. That is why I needed to share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this caboodle. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number one. Watch this, my lord. Rubber ghosts. How Gifty Oware robbed Ghana of millions. Now, who is Gifty Oware? My brother, my sister, this is the lady. Now, this lady here, when you look at her, on a very good day, you will not think that she will do anything that has been alleged so far. Now, this lady here, my brother, my sister, was born on the 4th of July in 1986. So that makes it 39 years old. She was born in Koforidua in the eastern region, and she went to school in Koforidua. In fact, she actually went to Ghana Secondary School, right there in Koforidua, my brother, my sister. And right after Ghana's, my brother, my sister, she made some good grades and went straight to the University of Science and Technology, Kwame Nkrumah. Yes, the school I went to. Right after that, she didn't stop there. She seemed to love education. She went all the way to UNISA, University of South Africa. So she's quite educated. She also had some training left, right, and center with the armed forces and also in America and beyond. Recently, she also grabbed a master's from the United States of America, and it was alleged that she took money that belonged to poor people in the society to go all the way to America and educate herself. This lady here looks like a special thief who is interested in stealing from the poor. She owns a football club, my brother, my sister, and the allegations are just so many from the office of the Attorney General all over. And when you see them, you cringe. Now let us look at some of the allegations as they come. Watch them one after the other from the office of the special prosecutor, from the Attorney General, and all over. Watch this. And this one is from Joy News. It says, Attorney General to charge Gifty Oware Mensah's husband, Peter Kweku Mensah, and 8 other NSS vendors over their alleged role in the ghost name scandal. And this is Gifty and her husband. They got married somewhere in 2021 after it was alleged that she was a lesbian. My brother, my sister, and even Abena Koko came out to say she had been engaged in lesbianism with her. According to Abena Koko, she got angry, called her, lambasted her, and blocked her on the phone. My brother, my sister, those who know Abena Koko, you could call her crazy, you could call her anything, but she doesn't lie. Whatever it is, my brother, my sister, maybe that put pressure on Gifty Oware. Oh, she's a lesbian. In a country that does not really have any room for lesbians and gays, there probably was so much pressure on her, and quickly she had to go find a man. So in 2021, she found this guy who is a lawyer, a legal practitioner. His name is lawyer Peter Kweku Mensah. So now she bears the name of this man, having dropped her name, Gifty Oware. My brother, my sister, this is the woman we are talking about. They've been having vacations left, right, and center. In fact, fattening themselves on poor people's money. According to the Attorney General, the allegations are so many. Pour them out. Watch this. Gifty Oware Mensah used National Service Scheme allowances as collateral to secure 30 million Ghana cedi loan from ADB. My brother, my sister, that is not all. From the office of the Attorney General, this one says NSA ghost names. Now, NSS is the same as NSA. In fact, it used to be called National Service Scheme. Now it's the National Service Authority. So don't be confused. It says suspect Gifty Oware Mensah used a total of 9,934 ghost names as a man for to misappropriate funds of 30.698218 to register a company called Blocks of Life Consult without their knowledge. And this is Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini. My brother, my sister, he's the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana. I don't envy him at all. For some time now, there's so much on his shoulders, and he's firing from all cylinders to catch all the bad ones. My brother, my sister, now let's go straight into action and see what is really happening. Now, from somewhere, 2022, all the way to 2024, Gifty Oware became so greedy, according to the Attorney General. Very greedy. She was a deputy executive director of the National Service Scheme, and her boss was one Osei Esibe Entry, who himself, in fact, was a mayor of Kumasi. So they call him honorable. He's another thief, according to the Attorney General. We'll find time and deal with him. We are not going to digress. Let us focus the lights on Gifty Oware. My brother, my sister. Now, Gifty Oware here, from 2022 to 2024, divulged a certain beautiful plan. What did she do? She decided to pump in ghost names, my brother, my sister, into the register, into the payroll of national service people. Now, when you finish university, you have to serve your nation for at least 1 year. I served for 2 years. Even after sixth form, I served. After university, I served again. But these days, we don't have the sixth form. So from university, you serve. And from some other tertiary institutions, you could also serve. My brother, my sister, and each one of them was paid 715.7 Ghana cedis. Just a little over 715 Ghana cedis a month. Some of them are posted to the village where there's no water, no light, nothing. At the end of the day, mosquito bites, scorpion bites, snake bites. You get 715 Ghana cedis. Gifty Oware decided to take 4 months of their salaries. Salaries of over 151,000 national service people. Let's understand it properly. All over Ghana, she took the salaries of, better still not salaries, allowances, because they don't have salaries, it's allowances. Allowances, and each one for a month is 715 Ghana cedis, just a little above that. My brother, my sister, she took the allowances of 151,000 national service people for 4 solid months. 4 months. My brother, multiply 150, just even make it 150,000 by 715 and multiply it again by 4 for the 4 months and see how much money you get. And this money was pushed into her husband's account. A lawyer who should have known better. A lawyer. My brother, my sister, lawyer Peter Kweku Mensah. All this money went into his account on the supervision of her wife. My brother, my sister, and what happened? They used the money as a fixed deposit, so they will be getting interests and dividends. My brother, my sister, you know what it means to say fixed deposit, right? You put it in the government account and the government starts paying you extra money. Whilst for 4 months, all personnel were crying, no money. Some probably even died. My brother, my sister. And again, ghost names were flying over. More than 9,000 ghost names. This lady inserted into the payroll according to the Attorney General. Now, to make it worse, hear this. They used the national service people's allowances for the 4 months to apply for a loan. They used it as a collateral to get a loan of over 30 million Ghana cedis. With the ghost names, the money that they got, they used it for personal pleasure. And they also opened an account, as the Attorney General told us. The so-called blocks and whatever account, they opened it. This is a greedy woman who also has a football team. A greedy woman who went into, in fact, the purse of poor people's educational fund and took money out of it to educate herself, calling herself poor. She flew all the way to America to educate herself for her masters. My brother, my sister, having brought all these things into the light, what is hidden in the darkness is here. The Attorney General has been on the heels of Peter Kweku Mensah and his wife, Gifty Oware Mensah. And what are they saying now? And this is where we conclude it. Peter has pleaded that they will pay all the money that came to them back to the national coffers. Is it a plea bargain? Will that be enough? Have they been able to plead guilty to the crime, or is just a plea deal without actually pleading guilty? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. But the Attorney General is bent on making sure that everything is everything. And the interesting thing, in fact, is that whilst Gifty Oware was allegedly stealing with her husband, her boss, Osea Sibeentwi, was also Ali Baba and a million thieves, also stealing. He is still fighting his thing in court and fighting against it and saying that no, he didn't take anything. My brother, my sister, when you look at the evidence, all you can say is, we are going to allow the courts to do their work. But as it stands right now, Gifty Oware and the husband have agreed, according to documents that I have seen. In fact, the Auditor General's report is damning. These people have milked Ghana of so much money. And when I look into the skies and I read the stars, it looked like the regime of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo did not only make male thieves, but female thieves as well, including those who had money under their beds in cockroach and rat holes that their maid servants could steal and steal and steal to buy houses and cars, and they never knew that any money was going out because the money was heaped like a dunghill. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, 560 million has gone down the drain, all hanging on the necks of Peter Kweku Mensah and his wife, Gifty Oware Mensah. 560 million Ghana cedis. Who is going to pay that money? Are they ready to pay the money? Well, they have agreed that they will pay the money that came to them. How much went to them? And how much went to who for kickback? Was this part of the money they paid A+ from to do PR for them? My brother, my sister, we don't love our country anymore. But whatever it is, as the stories unroll, we will speak truth to power. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Yes! And when we return, we got more. Hey! Hey! Woyo! Kogu! It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, keep your comments coming in, share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this. Story number 2. Watch this. This is Disgraceful-Kennedy Agyapong on NPP presidential levy. Oh my God. I love Kennedy Agyapong. My brother, he will speak his mind. They say when you cure a madman, no matter how much he is cured, he still has the little one that can frighten little children. Yes, the little one that can frighten little children. So when you see a madman who has been cured, in fact, he might be behaving normal, But when little children are passing by, he still has the one that can say, "Hi!" and little children will all run. Kennedy Agyapong seems to be living this. He can never run away from himself. He is a man who was born to speak the truth. He is a loose cannon, as many people say. But I would prefer a loose cannon to a liar. I would prefer a man who speaks his mind no matter what to a man who is quiet and never talks. They are dangerous people. My brother, my sister. Now, Kennedy Agyapong was born in 1960, and we all know that. Now, he went into the Ghanaian parliament for the first time in the year 2000. He's been there, won over and over from 2000 all the way through to 2004 and beyond. 2008, he's won until he himself got tired. There was a point he said, "Listen, I am tired of being an MP. Every day people come knocking at my door. In fact, I have to deal with people's problems as if I am the minister of problem solution." He's a crazy philanthropist. And when it comes to his party, he buys cars and gives money like a madman for the party's campaigns. My brother, listen to this again. Now, this man here called Kennedy Agyapong has been getting hefty contracts from his party. And the other time, when I criticized him and said that he had been selfish about getting contracts, he told me, "Blakk RASTA, do you know how much I spend on my party? What you should be interested in is, do I do the work well or not?" But I asked, "Don't we have other people who could do the same thing that you are doing?" He said, "Did they help my party come into power? Do you know how much money I pay into the party?" Well, it looks like every politician is selfish in one way or the other. My brother, my sister, every businessman is equally selfish. He asked me again, "So Blakk RASTA, you think I can do all the contracts from the government? I have to get what I can get, and the rest would also have to get what they get. But remember that I pay a lot of money to make my party come up." And everybody knows that. He's one of the main financiers of the NPP, his party. He's criticized his party over and over. My brother, my sister, he's been quiet for some time now. And when interviewed by Kwesi Pratt Jr., he said, "NPP people say that I have made myself a certain untouchable human being. And they have come out with 10 sins of Kennedy Agyapong. I do not want to make any mistake, so they add one more to make it 11 sins. Let it be like that." But it looks like Kennedy Agyapong has made yet another sin. He's committed yet another sin. My brother, my sister, watch this. NPP charging flag bearer hopefuls 4 million Ghana cedis in addition to 60,000 Ghana cedi filing fees. Kennedy Agyapong. Run the story. That is where the meat is. It says, New Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Agyapong has disclosed that the party leadership has imposed a 4 million Ghana cedi development levy on each candidate contesting the January 31, 2026 presidential primary. Now, addressing party executives during his ongoing nationwide campaign, the former member of parliament described the levy as disgraceful. He says, "Party welfare is important to me. We need to build this party." Can you believe that the 5 contestants are being charged a development fee of 4 million Ghana cedis each because the party doesn't have a penny? He said, according to Agyapong, the levy, which is in addition to 600,000 Ghana cedi nomination and filing fee, initially seemed like a joke. I picked my form for 100,000 and filed with another fee of 500,000. I thought they were joking, so I didn't take it seriously. But one young man whispered to me, asking if I brought the 4 million. I asked, "What 4 million? 3 days ago, they gave me a deadline that September 5 is the deadline to pay my 4 million. So I had to give them 4 million. Filing and contesting as a flag bearer now costs 4.6 million. In fact, so that means the headline is not even 60K, it's 600K. Bring back the headline. My brother, my sister, you see that? So it's 600K, not 60K. Dash it. Now come here. Watch this. Hey, hey, now to contest as a flag bearer of the NPP, Party Hienska, you have to pay 4 million Ghana cedis. My brother, my sister, let's say $1 is equivalent to 10 Ghana cedis. How much money is that? My brother, my sister, 4 million Ghana cedis. My brother, my sister, they have to pay. And that is not all. To pick up the forms alone, you pay 100,000 Ghana cedis. 10,000 American dollars. Right after that, you pay 500,000 Ghana cedis. As to what that is for, only God knows. So before you are considered, you would have spent 4.6 million Ghana cedis. Do you know how many boreholes that can build? Do you know how much electricity it can provide to deprived areas in Ghana? My brother, my sister, do you know how many bridges it can construct? Small bridges, access roads, this can construct in small villages. Agyapong is angry and he says this is so disgraceful. My brother, my sister, is the NPP gone crazy? And many people have started to criticize Agyapong. They say he's giving the NDC more room to operate and more weapons to fire at the NPP. They want him to keep quiet and go through the nonsense. Nobody is talking because they don't want to be victimized. Why are they taking 4 million Ghana cedis for presidential hopefuls in their party? So that means the poor man can never be president in their party. I thought democracy was supposed to be free and fair, but this is not free and fair. It is war, my brother, my sister, and unfair. 4 million Ghana cedis Agyapong is supposed to cough out. And he's paid. Baumia has paid. KAA has paid. Kobnai J. Agyapong, he's paid. Whoever is standing there is paying. My brother, my sister, how did the NPP get broke? After the Galamsey money from Wuntumi and the rest, Party Hienska, what happened? What happened to Cecilia Dapa's hidden money under the bed? The one that the president said, oh, you know what? Oh, it's cool. I know you come out of it, you are okay. How about the stolen money from the NSB? How about all those schemers, all those rapists of the economy during the NPP government? What happened? But Agyapong still has words of hope for the Ghanaian electorate. What is he saying? And this is yet another scene. Many in the NPP are not happy with this thing that Agyapong has said. Watch this. Try me for at most 4 years. Kick me out if I don't deliver. Agyapong begs voters. Dash it away. Now they say that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said the same thing. Try me. Oh, just try me and see. If I'm not doing well, kick me out. And when we tried him, we saw the demon that he was. For 8 years, in fact, we were in Guantanamo Bay. For 8 years, we saw Lucifer, Satan himself, manifest in human form, though dwarfish. In fact, when we tried him, hey, we saw how borrowing could be done with no common sense. When we tried him, we saw this dwarf flying over the world in aircrafts, chartered, and he was taking his shower in the air. When we tried him, we saw arrogance. They say every short man is arrogant. I am short. I am not arrogant. So I don't believe that. But we saw a short president ordering chiefs and kings to stand up and herald his arrival. Nanebo, ubian sorry. Nanebo, we are now. We are hinu sorry na or hinu na kasebo. King. Obo achindi shebo king. My brother, my sister. He ran down the economy of this nation. The DDEP, we saw it clear from hell. Agyapong, they wanted to initiate it and rob us and squeeze us into the little camphorous belly. You know the little fish called camphor? They wanted to squeeze the whole of Ghana into that, like Asante Hene wanted to do in the days of the Dodowa War. The Battle of Akatamanso. It took the office of the special prosecutor to fight against it and say, no, this thing will not work. They sold our minerals with no common sense, to the point that Al Jazeera had to even come up with an expose and finger our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, so shamelessly as involved in gold smuggling. We had a president worse than Lucifer, Macarius. Today he walks around like a sick man, like a sick. Why wasn't he sick when he was in power for 8 years? Public money, blowing it left, right, and center. My brother, my sister, now the public money is gone. The party is broke. Their sicknesses are coming back. Their cancers are coming back. But the Etio is sitting somewhere with cancer. What's the other guy's name? Kenoforiata has cancer, the mother of all cancers. He's sitting somewhere, he cannot move. They will all have cancer, one after the other. They will get erectile dysfunction. Anyone who has stolen the money of this nation, including me. Poor people are tired. Brainy people cannot go to school because of people like Oware, Gifty Oware. They have the money, yet they plunder poor people's money, push them away because they have all the verve. They have power. They walk in the corridors of power like Nebuchadnezzar. My brother, my sister, this is where we are. I love a man who speaks the truth, even if it's foolishness he has said. At least he has spoken his mind. And that is what Kennedy Agyapong is doing. All flag bearer hopefuls in the NPP, my brother, my sister, are paying 4.6 million Ghana cedis. 460,000 American dollars. Almost $500,000 American dollars. Before they can be nominated or be pushed to actually go and contest. Is it a cult? What is happening to us? Kennedy has spoken. They are fighting him. At the end of the day, the truth is here, as clear as daylight. Where are the other people going to get the money from? Where are they going to get it from? Or do they have sponsors? Now that is where the danger is. If I cannot get the money and sponsors come in, when I am nominated, they expect that if I ever become president, I will pay back their kindness. That is when corruption becomes the order of the day. How many people see what I'm talking about? How is our politics funded? Is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we're going to be taking your comments. And at the same time, we are also going to be coming with our final story. AKPALOO, Kofi AKPALOO. You know he's been arrested. He's still in custody at EOCO. I have all the details here when we return. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Hey ya! Wayo! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show them.
It's the Blackpot, aka Coco Show. And here we speak truth to power. Now let's look at your comments. Let's pick your brain. All right? Okay. Send your messages to us via YouTube and also via Facebook. Okay. So this one says, it's time. And that's Ben Azu speaking. Kofi Armstrong says, how can I do campaign for Ken? Ben Azu says, hi. Empress J says, more love. All right. More comments coming in. And this is Amenuveve says, great one, bro. Jonathan Alasa says, Blakk, I salute you with your good work. May Allah Almighty bless you and guide you, mashallah. Francis Soboblay says, I like your show. Empress J says, you're doing a great job. Tuba Rasta says, Blakk, bless you, my king. Empress J says, a special thief. And she's laughing. Poposhkosh. Fuka fuka. Poposhkosh. Fuka fuka. Says, Blakk, we there for you. More fire. Yebo. All right. More comments coming in, my brother, my sister, from YouTube and also from Facebook. And here we have a brilliant one from Hamid Usuli. Says, Salaam alaikum, Blakk Rasta. More fire. Watching you live from Afia, Jerusalem. Empress J says, they steal with no remorse. Yes. Nasty says, Rasta. Fire. Fire. Yeah. Yaba. Abu Akumbio Joseph says, respect. My African teacher, you always speak my mind. Jah guidance, Blakk Rasta. KAPALOO is loud. It's all the way inside KAPALOO. Those who don't know how to pronounce it will say Pualugu. It's KAPALOO, right? Sean Street Storm says, still in your birthday week. Enjoy your weekend, king of the truth. Love and respect every time, my youth. Remember, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do justice. Yes. By calling us and doing business with us. Zion Genesis says, say it loud. Mahama Abdul Halim says, move of fire. King's Bite says, greetings from me to you. May the good Lord give you strength to be able to go through your work. May he reward you at the appropriate time. Amen. Okay, more comments coming in all the way from YouTube. We have Rebecca Mensah who says, Blakk, I really enjoyed your program yesterday. But that pastor and Duncan Williams, oh, it was really in depth. Yes, we always bring you deep information like that. It's deep. And we have more. I can't sleep without bringing out some of these things. So many years of research. And when you hate it, you are always happy to share it with the masses. But remember, we don't criticize to destroy. We criticize to build. That's if we have to criticize at all. Slow Jam says, more fire, more love. God bless you. Bim. And Emmanuel Dogbe says, security rent allowance not paid. Oh my God. Security rent allowance, please pay. The people are crying. Security rent allowance is not paid. Advise the government to pay their rent allowance. Please, rent allowance, government. Please. Sufyan Suleimana says, happy watching you live, my Godfather and undefeated king of patriotism. Uayoy. Kelly Blakk says, like and share the show, please. Blakk Rasta, more grease to your elbows, including your workers. God richly bless you for the good work done for Ghana. And Courageously 12 says, why is there no oversight? Good question. This is not the first time in Ghana, and it is still happening. Even now, Ghanaians will know about it in 4 years. Jesus have mercy. Yeah, it happens. And then later, we get to know, where is the oversight? They still, after they get out of power, before we see, where is the oversight? Nene Otisco says, these people. Dove Brain says they should serve some jail terms after paying the money. And he says, that's Nene Otisco, they have to pay and also go to jail. David Hwang Kala says, what is your take on the recent comments by Sophia Akufu on the CJ's removal? We talked about it yesterday. You are late, my brother. Alayibin Yurubu Shali Savulugu says, good evening, Black Rasta. Watching you live. Great Shamima Muslim for me. Greet Shamima Muslim for me and her husband, Alaji Alasan. Okay. They are watching. And Minister Dos Good Guy says, Ghana is a failed state. No, it's not. As long as you are alive, as long as Bitter Belly Black Rasta is alive, Ghana is alive and not a failed state. We are fighting to keep it on. That's why we are speaking. Joe Frank says, Black, this party useless. Just why can't always tell them? Alajibun Yurbu Savulugu says, Professor Blakk, you are the best. And he says, Wayoy, Ernest Chinidum says, the truth must be told. More comments coming in, my brother, my sister, and we'll be reading them very soon in the interim. Share the broadcast and also send in more comments via YouTube and also via Facebook. Today we're going to AKPALOO story number 3. Watch this. How EOCO arrested KOFI AKPALOO from under his bed. So the boss of EOCO is a guy called Raymond Archer. I prefer to call him Capo di Capi, Capo di Tutti Capi. Capo di Tutti Capi, the boss of bosses. My brother, my sister, he's worked with the national security for some time. My brother, my sister, we have run his dossier for you before. He's more than just qualified for the job. He suffered in the days of the NPP. He's lived in London, gone to school in London. He was the youngest to have won an International Journalism Award for Africa. My brother, my sister, he used to be the editor of a very popular newspaper in Ghana, the Chronicle. And then he owned his own newspaper, the Enquirer. And it looked like, yes, it looks like he's still enquiring. He's going into different holes. He and his team at EOCO, liaising with the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the Attorney General's office, and of course, the national security. And it looks like more things are happening. We are seeing forensicity. Somebody underline that word. We are seeing plain forensicity. Hallelujah. Clinical forensicity. Clinical precision when it comes to fighting crime and corruption. His office is EOCO. Economic and Organized Crime Office. That is what it is. My brother, my sister, vigilance and integrity. And when we are walking into his office, there is this big EOCO, whatever it is called, that is on the floor, painted just before you enter his office, and there's a big signboard, don't step on this. It brings your attention to what it is, and you know which office you are going to, and it also shows respect for the office. It also tells you that don't trample on the feet of this office by engaging in crime and crime-affiliated issues. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, Raymond Archer. His deputy is another beautiful guy called Ben. And they are all under the almighty powers of the Attorney General, one Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene. My brother, my sister, how EOCO was able to pick up KOFI AKPALOO is all an interesting thing. They had been following him gradually. The security apparatus under John Dramani Mahama had kept an eye, like the eye that you see in the middle of that logo, And they realized KOFI AKPALOO was a very dangerous fraudster and criminal. This guy here is a chartered accountant. Very careless. He talks as if there's no brain in his head. This guy. He said, if you want to marry his daughter, don't rush. Take your time and sleep with his daughter well. And impregnate the daughter. And if you are still interested in his daughter, then he is happy to make you marry the daughter. Because he believes that when men sleep with women, they lose interest in them and don't want to marry them anymore. So he's giving his daughters out. Men should sleep with them as much as they want. And if they are still interested in marrying them, then he would accept the dowry. That wasn't the most silly thing he said. When the helicopter crashed and killed 8 solid people, my brother, my sister, and the whole nation went aground, crying tears. This idiot here said, oh, but those 8 people who died, why should you worry about them? Even babies are dying. These old men are dead. And you guys are making them. Oh, throw them away in some hole and let us stink. This idiot. In fact, he behaves like a man who has no brains. A headless jack. Not knowing all along he's been involved in some nasty things according to security officers. He's been picked up by EOCO. They went all the way to Kumasi. They had been looking for him, and he had been eluding them until they traced him to a house in Kumasi. Before they got in there, according to security officers, he probably picked up the hint. So he jumped under his bed because it was too late for him to run out. Under his bed, and the information was that he was not at home. But the security had already seen him with whatever satellite they were using. They insisted to go into the house and check into his room. They insisted that they would break down the door. Whatever it was, they got into the room, looked all around, and true to the words of whoever told them, this guy was not there. They looked up, no ceiling, looked in every corner, bathroom, nothing, cupboards, nothing. What, did he turn into a certain fly or something? It was when they were about to leave the place that somebody just said, let's look under the bed. And there he was hiding like a mouse. They pulled him out. Why are you hiding? Like the Gombes will say, Abuzu kanwaka gura. Akombe dangoni. Find the Gomba to explain that to you. Abuzu kanwaka gura. Hikombe dangoni. You have not stolen. Why are you running? Are you the only one in the market here? That's the meaning. So they bundled him like a box of sardines, flew him all the way to Accra, and threw him inside a EOCO custody. In fact, he has just been interrogated, my brother, my sister. And do you know the charges? First time, 5 charges. 1, fraud. According to security officers, this guy has been involved in fraud, serious fraud. Number 2, money laundering. 3rd charge, falsification of documents. Dissipation of public funds. And 5, causing financial loss to the state. 5. Can we start again? Number 1, fraud. Number 2, falsification of documents, causing financial loss to the state, dissipation of public funds. My brother, my sister, 5, money laundering. And EOCO has decided to give him bail, 10 million. He's not been able to pay with 2 sureties, which EOCO will check. You are hearing it first time here. These are the charges. 5. They can't pay 10 million. We are going to go into each one of them, one after the other, from Monday, and open the thing up like Sini. In my village, we call it Sininyirvo. Some of them are so young, they don't know what Sininyirvo is. Sininyirvo. My brother, my sister, those days, public education, the government would bring vans to the village, and then they will put some whiteboard there, and then they start to show some kind of educational material. Then we all will come out bare-chested and sit down and cross our legs and be watching. How to stay away from malaria, guinea worm, public education. We used to call it Sininyirvo. Sininyirvo. We will open it like Sininyirvo for you to see. In the interim, the country is getting better. The criminals are running. They are doing propaganda. They are paying people to come out and make noise. But with our integrity and honesty and patriotism, we are killing them one after the other because we have a track record. Incorruptible is the Blakk Port, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. So as we speak right now, KOFI AKPALOO, a chartered accountant, is in the dungeon at EOCO. He will remain there until he's able to raise his bail terms. Okay? Let's look at your final comments, and we are done for the day. All right? Okay. Bajuro, Israel says vim. Wahab Mumuni says man of wisdom. You make her laugh when we mention Guantanamo, right? Guantanamo, right? Guantanamo. All right. When the B says everyone get up. Answer 43 says, good evening, my boss. Yawadobo says, good evening, my professor. Reveal more. Our main problem in Africa is lack of... Ni Otuankra says, try me. Try who? Senepa de Embasso. No way. Zigma says, hey, Black Rasta. What's up? All right. More comments. And this one is from Rudy Naro. And it says, the truth hurts. Thank you, Blakk. All right. And then Patawo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Mark Romeo Ofori says, respect, Professor Blakk. Patawo, how are you doing? Long time no see. Patrick Nate says, respect, Professor Blakk. The way my brother suffered during these NSS days for several months, no allowance. And funny enough, we all knew the money was being invested into something. Why? Somebody's allowance, 715. He has worked. He's going to take it. Some criminal has taken it and put it into the husband's account. And they use that to get loans, fixed deposit, and they are getting money. All the national service people are getting that. But the good news is that all these national service people have been sorted out now. They will pay indeed with their blood. All forms of sickness will locate anyone who has drained and milked the nation dry at the expense of ordinary Ghanaian taxpayers. Anyway, truth to power. Awesome and brilliant analysis, Professor. Love and respect. More comments. Kweku Embil, all the way from Chicago. Oh my God, long time no see. He says, belated happy birthday. Yes, belated happy birthday, Black Rasta. May Jah give you more and more blessings. Respect, Kweku Embil. Brother Kweku, thank you. Omar Abdul Bashiru Diallo says, hi, watching you live from Boku. Love you, pa. Bismillahi, Ya Yasin. Says, my lovely brother, keep it up. Shine Iceberg Blink says, forever my mentor, Black Rasta. Oskiro Agoriwe Oscar says, hey, good evening, Black Rasta. Almost all the people appointed into leadership positions in the last 8 years were appointed for personal glory. I agree with you. Almost all, not all, almost. KOFI Afum Motivation says, I'm enjoying your show, Black Rasta. And he says, you always speak the painful truth. Thank you. And Ni Otu Ankara says, is it by force to be a president? Ask again, Ni Otu. Many sanempo ne. Many sanene. 4 million times 1,000. That is what the country will pay from the word go if any MPP candidate becomes a president. So we will not give them the chance. Well, it's even more than what you've put there. It's 4.6 million Ghana cedis. In fact, just for your name to be put there to be voted for. Not even a flag bearer yet. Francis Lategel says, great job, bro. Johnny's inspiration, Black Rasta, keep up your good work. Keep on exposing them, the thieves amongst us. Kumi Evans says, good work, Black Rasta. KOFI Afum Motivation says, we need truth in our system. And he comes back to say, listening from Hackensack, New Jersey. New Jersey. New Jersey. Ellington, New Jersey. Ellington, New Jersey. Eric Benyako says, good job, my brother. And KOFI Afum Motivations is back. He says, keep up the good work. Okay. We will keep the good work. No two ways about them, Tinderman. More comments coming in from all walks of life. This is Umar Abdul Bashiru Diallo. So we like to say Jello, right? Hi, watching you live from Boku. Love you, pa. Me too. I love you, pa, Umar. Bismillah Yashin says, my lovely brother, keep it up. Shine. Iceberg Blink says, forever my mentor. And B Malik says, brother, respect always. We love you so much. And you know I love you too, right? Keep your comments coming in. Oh Lord. Anthony Darkun Forcing says, Black Rasta. In my opinion, I think the President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC leadership came and condemned the act of, should come and condemn the act of Chairman Azoka during the Akwetia by-election. I agree with you. I do agree with you. Last night I was meditating and I told myself today I was going to talk about it on radio. But for whatever reason, it escaped me. But that's what you are saying. What is the NDC saying about it? Well, the matter has been reported to the police, but the NDC should still come out. In fact, and condemn this. It's not in good taste at all. And for the Attorney General, we don't want any plea bargain. They should jail whoever has stolen money from the state. Bless up yourself. Jail is not the answer. If they have stolen 10, they should bring us 100 and go free. If they can't give us that, we'll take the money from them and still put them in there, right? Hi, bro. I hope all is well with you by grace. But your sudden change for doing campaign for Ken is surprising. So you are amazing, my brother. Big up, bro. I will see you when I come to Ghana. Are you sure, Tompo, that I'm campaigning for Ken? Are you sure? All right. You have followed the show for a long while. When people think what they think, they get disappointed because what they think is not what they should have thought. Your thinking might just be wrong. In fact, I have made it clear. If you put Baumia here and put Ken here, and I must take one, by all means, I'll go for Ken. I said it long. It's still the same. I've not changed my mind. David Juan Kala says, you know, senior, the black Ghanaian is simply greedy and hypocritical. The West is the wolves, are the wolves in sheep cloths, men of God. Emmanuel Daniel says, I can't stop loving you, Black. I can't stop loving you too, my brother. KOFI Afum Motivation says, you are a real patriot. And he says, oh yes, we criticize to build, not to destroy. Tay Clement says, good evening, Black. How far with the wound to me case? Well, The Wuntumi case is still on. They are in court. The court is not sitting right now. They are on recess. Everybody knows that. The court is not sitting now. It's only an ignorant person. And they're not going to court. They're not going to court. The court is not sitting. They're on recess. Anyway, you asked, so I gave you the answer, my brother. Eric Benyako says, watching from Stafford, Virginia. Okay. My people says, at Grace be digester. Thank you for speaking the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. It's a very beautiful Friday. And today we're on the streets. We're in Ashaiman. We're in Kasua. We're in Kaneshi. We're also at Circle and La Paz. Educating people on Pan-Africanism, patriotism. You saw us holding placards all over the place. A lot of you saw me. If you didn't see me, your brother who was driving saw me, or your uncle who was driving saw me. We're up on the streets holding placards all over the place, my brother, my sister. It's going to continue, and we expect all of you patrons to be part of this. We have a special office which we shall launch very soon. It's known as the Office of the Patriot. If you consider yourself a patriot, we expect that you come and join us so that once in a while we can hit the streets, not demonstrating, making noise, hey, hey, hey. I'm not saying demonstrations are bad, but we are evangelizing. We are changing the routine. It's the Black Pot. Happy weekend. We love you. We appreciate you. Hey, yeah. Wayo! Wayo! Wayo!